in and doing damage quite yet, but that is definitely something that he's going to be trying to do. It looks like I think this might be a storm drop in that shuttle. We saw a couple High Templars at the natural expansion, and I suspect that he's going to go and try and storm the natural. These Corsair numbers are growing. Scourges are pretty much no problem right now for them at all, and that's definitely something that HoeJJa is going to have to be careful about in the future. Here comes the shuttle. What is in it? Is it DTs? Is it storms? It is 2 DTs, and what else? Anything else in there? And nope, just the 2 DTs. So they're going to charge in there, try and do what they can, and an Archon might get surrounded here by the... Oh, there was an opportunity there for... Oh, wow, looks like a lot of Corsairs went down to Scourge. There was an opportunity for the Archon to get surrounded by Zerglings and take it down, but looks like HoeJJa did not realize. Actually, he was able to take it down eventually anyways, but just happens a little bit later. Let's see what these DTs do. They are wandering around the base looking for a gap. We'll see when he decides to reveal them. And oh wow, Jangbi with some sloppy play, wandering those Corsairs above a Spore Colony and losing them. And it looks like DTs are going to pick at the Spire. I see no chance really of the Spire surviving. So the Spire is going to go down. No more Scourge will be produced. We'll see if he's able to produce enough Scourge to really hold out until another Spire comes out. Or else he's going to have to maybe transition into some Hydra play or something like that, which probably not be what his build is really geared for. It doesn't look like that's what he really wants to do right now. And the spawning pool goes down as well, so no more Zerglings, no more Scourges right now, no more cheap units for HoeJJa, so he's going to have to be really careful here. He's going to have to use his tech wisely, whether that's Hydra Lurk or whether that's getting a Defiler out, something like that, in order to defend. Looks like he does have an Ultras Cavern up, so he's going to have to use tech buildings and higher tech units, and he's going to have to be careful that he doesn't leave too many gaps in his defense or army composition as we move forward. It looks like the Spire is being rebuilt, and I assume that the spawning pool is being rebuilt somewhere, and the storming all over his own High Templar. Oh man, all the High Templar go down to Zerglings, so that's an awful position here for Jangbi. Nice sniping by HoeJJa, able to kind of just diminish the army quality of Jangbi here. By the way, HoeJJa has taken the bottom left main, so he is at 4 bases, 4 gas, and at that point you can start supporting pretty heavy Ultralisk and Defiler play if he wants to. I haven't seen the Defiler mount, but he can definitely start supporting Ultralisk play, and looks like 5th base looks like it's going to be attempted to put up at the 12 o'clock, or 4th base for Jangbi at the 12 o'clock position. He's going to try it. We do have a Reaver out as well as some Archons being formed to counter these Ultralisks, and Jangbi looks like he just wants to hold out right now. Ultralisks do have the armor upgrade, and I was not paying quite enough attention to their speed, but I suspect that their speed is either finished or very nearly finished, so expect this to be a very, very powerful melee army for HoeJJa being developed, and not enough observers for Jangbi. I don't know where they all are, but a lot of these burrowed units are giving HoeJJa a ton of scouting information. It looks like Jangbi's going to go for the natural expansion here of Zerg, while Zerg at the same time, he can really go anywhere. He can really go to the 12, go to the 3, he can really counterattack, try and pincer this Protoss force. He's got some choices here. This pure Zealot Archon army, and a couple Reavers being dropped off as well, and those Reavers are going to do so much damage to the Ultras. Look at that, those Ultras are almost dead already. Absolute rape. These Reavers are just so powerful. Nice storms going down, decent storms at least, and the Archons in the back there as well. These Zerglings are doing nothing. Ultras not able to get in front of those Cracklings. You want the Ultras in the front. You want the Ultras being your tanks, your buffers, taking all the damage while the Zerglings go in there and use their supreme attack speed to really do a ton of damage here. And it looks like this is going to be very, very close if he's going to be able to clean it up. If HoeJJa is, he has picked off the shuttle, so the Reavers aren't quite mobile enough, but looks like they've just done so much damage, and enough storms have gone down, and the Archon is still alive. One last Archon is alive. The Archon's just doing so much damage, and it looks like, I think eventually, as long as more of these eggs get a lot of larvae just sitting around. As long as more of these larvae are used, I think he can really defend this. Maybe a couple more Ultras being spawned out. Will he be enough? Look at this, more Ultras. These Reavers doing so much damage. He needs to pick off a couple of these Reavers. Another storm going down, trying to stop the reinforcing units as well as get his own reinforcements. And it looks like some more Zealots are streaming in. A lot of drones have gone down. A lot of drones at the natural expansion have gone down. Ton of them. That is so painful for him. And it looks like, jeez, HoeJJa's having so much trouble actually stopping this. He does manage to kill a High Templar. That coming in from behind, but he's losing his ultras, and a small force for Jangbi is still alive, particularly if he can sneak a couple of these zealots into the main and start picking off at those Sunken Conies and a couple more drones that could really just seal a huge victory here. But still, a very, very nice attack. Look at Jangbi has now decided to retreat. Very, very nice attack there by Jangbi. Fantastic play by both those guys. I don't know, that was absolutely phenomenal. That fight was unbelievable. So many storms, so many Reaver shots, Ultras, Zerglings coming in from all directions. Very, very nice by both players. That was a very, very cool battle. But Jangbi does come out ahead, I think, just because he blew up some buildings, took out the a lot of drones, and really did a lot of damage. So I think Jangbi comes out a little bit ahead there. The only thing that kind of hurts him is that he was not able to get that fourth up and running at the 12 o'clock. I think that was the main goal of the attack, was to get that fourth up and running. And unfortunately, he was not able to do so. A couple overlords going to the top right to Jangbi's base. And is there anything in there? Yeah, okay, there is an Ultralisk as well as some Cracklings going in there. There is an Archon and some Zealots going back to defend, as well as a Cannon is still in the main to defend. But these overlords, these drop overlords, trying to take advantage of the fact that Jangbi really does not have an air presence, an anti-air presence anymore. His Corsairs are all dead, although he has rebuilt one here, it appears, and he really doesn't have any Dragoons. So instead, so HoeJJa was trying to do more of a take advantage of that, but unfortunately he's not going to be able to do so. Looks like, oh wow, one of the overlords does manage to survive and get back into the main, and he drops off an Ultras as well as a few Zerglings, but I think that should be cleaned up pretty easily. If I remember correctly, that Ultras was very, very low on health, so I think that'll go down pretty quickly. Presumably. And let's see, looks like Jangbi's going to push out again into the middle, and he's going to be met with some Zerglings that are going to go down very, very easily to this heavy Archon force here. All of his gas right now, remember, is going to High Templars and Archons, virtually nothing to Dragoons. So a lot of storms, a lot of a shield upgraded, or I think the shields might be upgraded, and the shield powerful Archons are going to be in here. And it looks like Jangbi once again is going for the natural expansion, going to go straight for the heart of HoeJJa once again, and here it comes. Here comes the big attack, and there's only a few Ultras to defend here. The Reavers coming in again, going to do so much damage. These Ultras are going to be near dead. Storm's going off on the back to try and stop these Ultras from getting in there. Looks like one of the Reavers did go down inside of that shuttle, but there is still a Reaver left, still getting Scarabs off, still doing a lot of damage, but it looks like the second Reaver does go down, and this is a big difference between this battle, between the last battle, is that the Reavers went down much, much earlier in this battle than last, but there are still a couple Archons left. The Reavers are down, but the Archons are still alive. More being formed, more storms still in. Oh, could there be a storm on the ramp there? Could have killed so many drones. So much potential there. And this Hive could go down. The Hive goes down. We did see the spawning pool already go down. If the Hive goes down, that could be painful as well, particularly if you see the Ultras Den. Well, again, never mind. I guess there is no Ultras Den. The Ultras Den is at the bottom left, so he should be safe in that. But the Hive does go down, so his entire natural expansion has been laid to waste. He does have that 6 o'clock base going, though, as well as he saved most of the drones from the natural expansion this time. And Jangbi, what the heck is Jangbi doing? Throwing up the base in the middle expansion? What? I don't even know about that one. But Storm's going down on these Ultras, trying to do some more damage, trying to weaken them enough that his Archons and Zealots can really take care of them. Storm's going on all over the drones, taking down tons, and that's an 8-kill Templar right there. Some more some more Ultras coming in from behind. So many units for HoeJJa right now. So many units. Jeez. He just has so much money right now that he is just bursting with units, using all the lever he can, and getting so much good scouting information from these burrowed Zerglings. That still has not stopped. If Jangbi gets away with that center base, I'm just gonna laugh, because all it takes is, like, at this point, 3 Cracklings to go kill it right now, or even in a long time, as well as it's likely to defend it. All it takes is a dozen Cracklings and a Defiler, and that base is dead. So yeah, if Jangbi gets away with that, I'm just gonna laugh, because that would just be funny. It looks like HoeJJa has decided to retake that natural expansion. Might as well. He needs the Hashi for production anyway, so he might as well use it in trying to get the money out of it as well. A couple more Reavers have been produced. He's going for as much Corsair Reaver as he can, or Archon Reaver as he can, getting both assimilators. If he can get both of those assimilators going, that will give him 5 gas. The number of Archons you can produce off of 5 gas is well, a lot. Let's put it that way. 5 gas Archons is a lot of Archons. HoeJJa has scattered out, has seen the middle base,